Hello, it's the head again. Please don't tune out. Hear me out. This is exciting. It's good news. It's very good news. I made the YouTube partner program, which is mad. In the abstract of things, I never saw this coming. Obviously, I saw the numbers coming up earlier this month, and the video you're about to watch says everything that I want to say about that. But I, in my excitement, forgot to explain what I was planning on doing. There's going to be supers, so that's like a one-time chuck some money in the hat if you feel like it. No obligation, and there are memberships. Now, the first thing I want to make absolutely clear is my normal upload schedule is going to stay exactly the same. I'm not hiding any of the stuff you guys are already getting behind a paywall. Part of what I do is free advice and help for people, and that's a shitty thing to do, is to hide that behind a paywall. It's not free advice anymore if I do that. That was the whole ethos of Skyrocket in the first place. The once a fortnight project videos will be staying as they are, as will Saturday Club. Oh, what else is there? Here we go. I'm just going to start doing extra shit on the channel, and it's all stuff that I've wanted to do, but I think would only really be of interest to people who are also interested in paying for a membership on the channel. I like my job. Hopefully one of these days when I've caught up on bills, I'll make reasonably good money at my job. This isn't a cash grab. You guys all asked me about Patreon and things like that, and I said when I felt like I was providing you with enough content that was worthwhile that I might do something, and this came along before Patreon did. So I've tried to keep the costs reasonable. So I've got my 3 tiers here. So the first tier is GT2. You knew it was gonna be Scirocco based. Of course it will. That's got loyalty badges. There are 8 of them to collect, if you will. The first one is just the Skyrocket. Still don't know what that's called. And then each one's sort of like a different car that I've worked on, and they're all photos that mean something to me. I wanted to share them with you, as goofy as that sounds, because these are all photos that are from significant points in either my life or my career, and it would be quite cool to see these coming up. Obviously it takes a while of you being a member before they change, but you get them all automatically. The other thing I'm going to be working on is emojis, and I plan on them being GIFs. It's a fun thing. It comes with the base membership. It just does. So fuck it. We may as well make it funny. So with the GT2 tier, it's $1.99 a month, and you get your loyalty badges, and there's the emojis. I just need to make them, which I plan on doing. I can't launch it just this moment anyway, because there's a couple of little admin bits I need to do. Members only live chats. So that is during a live stream, I can turn on like a members only chat mode. Non-members are able to see the chat, but only members of all levels can participate, so everybody gets to if they've got a membership. It's just like a Brucey bonus extra little thingy, little bingle. The 2 that I wanted to make immediate is early access to new videos. So the videos that are normally available on my channel, you'll get to see them earlier. There are times when I'm absolutely tamping to release a video because I'm really happy with it and really enjoying it and excited about it, but I have to wait because it's going to scupper the other video. This is the perfect way to do that, because all the people who are going to be there first thing when the video first comes out, you guys seem to want to see it anyway because you're always there the minute it comes out. So there's that. There's also member shout outs, because of course it'd be rude not to. So moving up from the GT2 trim level, obviously we've got the Scala trim level, which is the next one along. That's $4.99 a month. That comes with all of the perks from the previous tier, plus you guys get some degree of say in how things go with the channel. And what I mean by that is, obviously I'm going to be making a lot more shit now, so there are going to be members only polls, which will give you guys an opportunity to have a say in different bits and pieces. I can't guarantee what it will be or how frequently, to be honest with you, but they will be members only polls for you guys to be able to sort of maybe decide, because I don't know if you guys want to see a video of the GT2 or if you want to see how I'm getting on with the Storm. I don't know if you want to see videos about Carla. I don't know if you want a tech video. So I think the way I'm going to run it is that the Scala members get to pick their preference. We'll do a vote, their preference on what video they want to see this week. And then I know if one video consistently eats shit in the poll, I should probably put that on the back burner for a little while until there's a bit more interest. You'll also get members only shorts, but again, you also get all of the previous perks from the GT2 tier. The Storm tier, because I anticipate this being the rarest one, you get everything I've just said about. You also get members only live streams, so when we shoot the shit live, doing a second members only live stream where we can get a bit more in depth with our shit talk and looking up cars on eBay and seeing how much car we can get. I really want to bring the challenge into it where we say like, right, okay, German 90s diesel estate, £1,000, go. What can you find, for example? So basically it'll be like extended cuts, might be some videos by request, for example. Stuff that I think is going to be specialist and helpful to one or two people that you other guys might want to watch out of interest, because I know I watch videos on shit I'm never going to work on, and even stuff like I watch people rebuilding Commodore 64s and stuff I'm probably never going to do, but I find it interesting. But out in the gen pop of YouTube, just out there in the mix, these aren't lesser videos, quite the opposite. They will be more curated videos, more specific to the requests of people that want to see them. You'll also get more in-depth videos versus the sort of public version. There'll be outtakes and funny gaffs and all that kind of stuff. Walk-arounds, in-depth tours of cars, stuff that I think you guys would like, but that I think on the channel would really struggle, because unfortunately a lot of people out there just want to see somebody shouting and screaming at the camera, and they click away, and by the time one of those videos has been out and about in the world for a few minutes, and it's had... I've had it with videos in the past where 4 people will watch the whole thing, and then the next 6 people will watch the first 20 seconds, and because I'm not bouncing around and shouting and screaming, they tune out. And once YouTube sees that, it stops showing it to people, and the next thing I know, my own subscribers aren't seeing it. Lettuce had a problem with that, where for some inexplicable reason he wasn't notified, he had to go looking for them. Anyway, that's the tier system. That's my membership. I would very much welcome when I launch it, and I will let you know via a community post when I do launch it. I said I was going to do a Q&A. I'm just interested to see what you guys want to know, really. Dan Atkins. What bullshit's this going to be, Farm Boy? Hey? So to anybody who doesn't know, Dan is Farm Boy, and he owns the Rascal, which we've got plans for, don't worry. If a 1998 Volkswagen Scirocco leaves London travel... If there's poo in this joke, we're going to be having a conversation. If a 1988 Volkswagen Scirocco leaves London travelling at 70 miles an hour, and a 1972 VW Beetle leaves Oxford travelling at 30 miles an hour, how long until Fallout 5 is out? Would a VW Beetle manage to leave Oxford? Oh, here we go. Serious question time now from Dan Atkins. Would you ever consider hosting a small gathering of your customers, both past and present, at the workshop to mark your first year of having the workshop? With 3 likes! It means the world to me that people would even consider it, to be honest with you. I would absolutely love that, yes. I would be well up for that. It would be lovely to see all of you again. The whole point of the mug wall is to try and get like a sense of community, and it's just... Weirdly, I expected it to be a lot more full of people. I expected there to be more people in the workshop. Sheer coincidence that basically I've ended up with loads of projects where it's just like, there you go, mate. See you later. So I'm in there on my own most of the time. So like the reception area with the gaming thing and all that, I haven't bothered getting them pat tested yet because there's no fucker to play them. And there's a wall full of mugs, and there's been 2 occasions where the mug wall has worked like it was supposed to, and it was the best feeling ever. Stood there shooting the shit with 2 customers of mine. They live over 100 miles away from each other, and the 3 of us just stood there with a brew talking about cars, just shooting the breeze. It was great. Thank you for the question, Farm Boy. It was actually a good question once you finish flim-flamming. Weird to think anybody would even want to. Mick! So Mick is the gentleman that owns Project Storm. Ted, you've probably seen him in the comments. I think I pinned his most recent comment. Hi Kyle, what are your thoughts on encouraging Scirocco and indeed other classic car owners to drive their cars more, as it's such a shame to only see him at car meets, etc. I know once I get Ted back, he ain't going to be sitting around looking cool in the garage. Look out, Birmingham. That's it for me. Drive them. Just drive them. It rained in the 80s. There was salt on the road in the 80s. They got dented. They got scratched. They got dirty, people. They broke down. They leaked oil. You got nut and backache on long trips. That's what they're for. They're cars. Drive them. I could not encourage people more if I tried. Just run your classics. Daily your classics. You're not hurting them. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. As far as I'm concerned, it's like keeping an animal in a cage. Keeping a car garaged all the time and never driving it, pointless to me. At that point, you've got bragging rights and a little more oil on your garage floor than you had beforehand. If it gets damaged, guess what? You buy some panels, a little bit of paint, it's good as new. You restored it in the first place, right? And if you get into an accident in it, better to have loved than lost. I'd be horrified if Susie ended up written off. But likewise, does that mean I'm never going to drive her again? No. What's my favourite car to work on, past and present? That's a tough one. Rob, by the way, Rob Tupman. From a mechanic's perspective, my favourite car to work on Can you tell what I'm going to say? Can you guess? My favourite car to work on is a Toyota Hilux Surf Gen 2. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? I did a cylinder head with a friend outside his house. I think I've said this in a live stream in the past. They suffer terribly with a porous head casting, and it had cracked between every valve on the cylinder head. He got a reman, well, I think it was a recast cylinder head, like a repro part, but without this problem. And we literally changed the head in, I think we did the whole job from start to stop over a couple of days because the weather was shit. And we did that in 6 hours from start to stop at the side of the road outside his house. Just a Halford socket set. That thing, as far as I know, is still on the road. All the bolts were numbered. There was no confusion as to where anything went. Just came apart and went together like Meccano. Absolutely brilliant. Presently, my favourite car to work on as a mechanic, without a shadow of a doubt, is Alvin. The engineering that went into that vehicle, and just a pleasure to work on. You'd expect a car like that to just be made of balls of rust everywhere instead of bolts, and it just ain't the case. They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You're probably going to ask, why not Scirocco's? Well, put simply, I think Scirocco's are the best car in the world. Absolutely best car in the world. They're my favourite. But I have worked on so many of them for so many years that I think it's possible for you to stop appreciating the parts of the car that are lovely to work on. And you just notice, because you get this sort of like from nose to tail on the vehicle, you know each job inside and out. You just remember the ones that were a bit of a bastard. So you're just like, please don't be C-clips on an exhaust manifold. Please don't be C-clips. Oh, it's C-clips on an exhaust manifold. Like, you don't remember the fact that you can whistle a Peerberg off of one of those things in 6 minutes flat, or the way you bleed the cooling system on them without even having to start the engine, all that kind of stuff. Like, you forget about those bits, I think. So I adore Scirocco's and I love working on them, but I'm too familiar with them at this point where I've just remembered the difficult bits. But I think that was it for Facebook. Thanks for the question, Rob. Last one is the community post on YouTube's. Lettuce, hello my friend. Got 4 if that's all right. Fucking liberty. Thank you for letting me pad out the video, Lettuce. Will you do a video on how to repair, maintain and adjust Rocco handbrakes? Yeah, I could do. It's they can be quite involved. The drum brakes on the Scirocco are pretty good, actually, compared to some, as far as how they go together and come apart. The trick with them is knowing which areas of the mechanism to grease properly, because that gives you all manner of aggro. But yeah, the auto adjust system's pretty bulletproof, to be honest with you. As long as you put everything together and it can move freely, it should be fine. But yes, yeah, I can absolutely do a video on the Rocco handbrakes. Did I buy the 106? I didn't buy the 106, Lettuce. I'm sorry to break your heart. Did you buy the Scirocco? Yeah, no, I didn't, sadly. It just got mental. I only got to a position where I felt like I could breathe in the workshop again 4 days ago. It's been carnage, mate. So I didn't, sadly. None of my business, but what's the story with the 850s in the background of the workshop? Yeah, I knew they were going to show up sooner or later. I started out trying to hide them. I did the sunroof video, and in that bit, that stupid goofy bit where I sneeze on myself, you'll see it's pixelated out. I was still adjusting to having storage cars in there, and like at the end of the day, they're there. But it's a pair of 8 Series, they're owned by a friend of mine, and they're storage. So there's nothing happening with those. They won't feature in any videos, but, well, they will, they'll be in the background. But yes, they belong to a friend, a bit like Schrodinger's cat. One definitely doesn't run. One is a runner as long as you don't try and start it. And we can just go around the road happy about that. How am I and my family? Thank you, that's very considerate. Family are good. Family are really good. I'm alright. Exhausted and very stressed out with a lot on my mind, but such is life. I'll be fine. Postman DB, that's Alan. Hello, Alan. Did you pass MOT with the Scirocco? Hopefully the video's about that. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Alan. It's not about that. And you know I can't spoil things. There'd be no content if I told you, would there? Things have been in motion, put it that way. That's in a video to come. I've got something of a backlog of videos because I've been diving around different projects and trying to film everything. Obviously, you end up with a shit ton of footage, and it's hard sometimes to work out which one to put up first, because the ones like that one aren't close to finished yet, and others are much more close to finished, but maybe a little more into the weeds. So yeah, I hope that answers that. Right, that was the Q&A and an explanation of the membership side of things. I will pass you over to Kyle, who's facing the wrong way in the workshop now, for you to see the rest of the video. Bango the impressions on the previous video. This is where I make my shit little YouTube videos. You're normally pointing that way when we do live streams. It's only a quickie. I just wanted to have a little chat. Good things. I won't bore you with my life story, but a little bit of history. A number of years ago, more years ago than I initially had realised until I really drank it in just now, I put some videos up about how to fix a Peerbird carburetor because I'd figured it out from all the various sources that were dotted around across the internet and thought this would be useful to somebody trying to figure out how to fix theirs. And I was really quite surprised, even at the time. I think it got like 100 views in a couple of weeks. And I was really surprised because everybody hated Peerbirds at the time. The cars they were fitted on, there was a solution there. There was an aftermarket throw it away and put this on solution. So for people to look it up at all, I was expecting it to be one of those like grotty cross-reference videos, and it's on like 30,000 views now. And then there was a big gap. I was doing property maintenance, and that was going quite well until I started getting messed about with payment and stuff, and I just got fed up with it. So then I got a job doing Lotuses, track hire Lotuses, and I hated every minute of it. It was so needlessly stressful because of incompetence that then rolled downhill. Anytime there was an issue, it was made to be my fault or my problem. So I hated every second of it, and I jacked it in and went back to doing property maintenance. And then somehow, amongst all that, I ended up working with the boys at Car Throttle. That was under Edwin, Ethan, Jack and Ben. It was under their watch. And I had the time of my life. They are just 4 of the nicest human beings you could ever want to meet. Enough about that, because that's not what it's about. I'm not riding any coattails, just giving you some backstory. When that all sort of happened, tail end of that, at the same sort of time I'd been thinking about getting Carla on the road. Just happened to coincide with all of that kind of stopping for a bit, and so I thought this will be a laugh. We'll get the lad down. We'll see if this piece of shit will start, and I'll make a video about it. It might be funny, something to do. The channel was basically derelict at that point. I'd pretty much abandoned it. There was a couple of videos I sort of put up, hated, and took back down again. There's one video that I'm still debating uploading about my Rover going off to the scrap heap, and then it just sort of like happened, as things tend to do. I ended up, after 10 years of looking, I found a unit. And I've made these shit little videos, and somehow, I just wanted to share it with you guys. Obviously, you then have to apply, and it can take up to a month for them to approve your channel and all that. And if that doesn't happen, it's fine. It changes nothing. But, as of today, the 8th of January, 2025, I am at 2,999 out of 3,000 watch hours. So theoretically, tomorrow morning, I should be able to apply to offer that first tier to my channel. Which is nuts. I'm going to have to actually start really doing a good job of making videos. It goes without saying that the people that come back regularly every week and watch all the videos and engage and comment and all that stuff, it's you guys. I get passing curiosities, people looking, it's for me or it's not for me, and they click away. But there is a good solid core there of people who come back every week and watch the videos right through, and they'll talk to me or offer suggestions, ideas. They show up on the live stream and we chat about cars. If you guys like talking about cars, by the way, you should join a live stream. They're good fun. I very seldom leave them up. I normally take them back down again because they're like 4 and some change hours long. We chat. But yeah, anyway, I cannot believe this is the point I'm at now. And just to preface this, basically, this all sounds very self-congratulatory, and it's not. Quite the opposite. This is a thank you, a sincere thank you, because money's still tight. Bills are still stressing me out. I still lose sleep over projects. I'm trying to organise the workshop. I'm trying to organise getting parts in, booking MOTs, constantly talking to customers out of hours into the small hours of the morning on some occasions. and from first thing in the morning right through to last thing at night. You never stop when you do this for a living. But I just wanted everyone who's put the effort in to get in touch in the comments or whatever. If you've ever had anything to say, even if it's a critique, because I welcome criticism. It's the only way a person can improve. You've made somebody's day brighter. So thank you very much. I might put a silly little greatest hits bit at the end of this. I don't know. We'll see how we go, won't we? If I don't see you now, I'll see you next time. Just thank you to everybody who made it possible. This is tiny. I'm aware this is tiny. But it's a huge deal to me. It's nice. I enjoy doing this. And there are at least a handful of people out there that seem to think I'm reasonably good at it. Every week that you guys comment, it cheers me up just a little bit. So thank you. I'm going to stop getting smushy now and get the fuck out of the way and show you some clips from videos you might have missed or some, I don't know, fuck it.
Evening, folks. I thought it was time to probably do a Peerberg video about the 2E2. I've had a fair number of people asking just little bits of information that no one should need to struggle to find. So hopefully this will help somebody. And there's me thinking that you were going to make it through a whole video without seeing my ugly face.
Hello everybody. Long time no see. It really has been a long time no see situation. It's been a year, more or less. Hello. How's it going? Bit dishevelled, sorry about that. How are we? It's been quite a while, hasn't it? See if it will start on its own. Are you joking? It wants to get back on the road, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
First things first. Here we go. And here we are driving her around site. I'm shocked we haven't run out of fuel yet. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Don't jinx it. Oh my god, yeah. Alright guys, I'd like to meet Alvin. This little car sat in the field for 25 years and it starts, runs and drives. Basically no rust in it. Alvin. Mark. Absolute disaster. I finally got to put the place to the test.
Come on, Alvin, time's wasting. You're taking ages.
Oh! Crystal the wheel off.
Lovely. Lovely.
I've got a unit. I'm in the unit. The new home of Skyrocket, and I'm going to have a banner with the Skyrocket with the footer. Hello, welcome back to Skyrocket Automotive. We're out on manoeuvres today. This is Pandora. Look at the carpet, it's so cool. That is the complete exhaust system. Ow, ow.
Oh, God, you alright?
Yeah, I've got petrol in my eye. It's a rubber!
I've had enough. I have had enough.
Oh! What have you got to say for yourself, Alvin?
He's the only one that passed his MOT, didn't he? Moss has an MOT for the first time in a quarter of a century.
And you picked a perfect time of day to do it, Jack. Yeah, right. In the dark. In the dark. Hello, farm boy.
Hello.
Oh no! The keys don't work if the engine's on. Thank you, though. Oh, it's clearing. Well, that was quite a successful afternoon.
Nice runs now.
Yes! Normal operating range.
Hello, welcome back to Skyrocket Automotive. I hope you're well. I'm not. I got the coof. Blown the piston out. Don't do that, boys.
little bit of a bog, but we have an idle speed. That's good. Away from me. Bad. Oh, it's awful in here. Perfect concourse example? Absolutely not. And for a final time, after myriad technical difficulties delayed this video by a day, which I'm sorry for, I just want to thank you again. Just thank you. Have a lovely evening. I've kept you for quite long enough, so I do hope you have a lovely evening. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you as always for watching Skyrocket Automotive.